Today, the United Arab Emirates celebrates the 53rd anniversary of its National Day, known as Eid al-Ittihad. This momentous occasion highlights the nation's unity and sustainable growth, marking over 5 decades of remarkable achievements. Eid al-Ittihad is the newly designated name for the United Arab Emirates' annual National Day celebrations. The term Ittihad, derived from the Arabic word for union, symbolizes the pivotal moment on December 2nd, 1971, when the Emirates united as one nation.
في البداية يعني نحب أن نقدم أسماعيات التهاني والتبريكات سمو رئيس الدولة الشيخ محمد بن زايد حفظه الله ورعاه، وللشعب الإماراتي شقيق. أعياد الإمارات هي أعياد الكويت، ولدينا شعار دشناه منذ تقريبا عامين اللي هو الكويت تحب الإمارات والإمارات تحب الكويت. لا شك أن ما نشهده من نهضة في جميع المجالات في دولة الإمارات أمر يسعد الكويت، وما تحققه الإمارات ينعكس إيجابياً على دولة الكويت وعلى دول مجلس التعاون الخليجي وعلى منطقتنا. أصبحت الإمارات نموذج للتنمية، نموذج لفن الإدارة، نموذج في عملية التسويق الخارجي. فكل التوفيق لدولة الإمارات حكومة وشعبا على هذه النهضة، نتمنى لهم كل التوفيق.
الاحتفال باليوم الوطني لدولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة لها أهمية كبيرة للإماراتيين، لأنه يعكس هذه المناسبة وحدة وتكاتف الإمارات السبع تحت راية وحدة، وهو يوم استذكار للجهود الآباء والمؤسسين، وعلى رأسهم الشيخ زايد بن سلطان آل نهيان رحمه الله، الذين ساهموا في تأسيس دولة قوية وموحدة. لذلك هذا اليوم بالنسبة لنا يوم تاريخي. بالنسبة للإماراتيين يمثل اليوم الوطني فرصة للتعبير عن الفخر والانتماء للوطن.
This year's celebrations emphasize the core values of unity, heritage, strength, and sustainability. The United Arab Emirates' journey of progress is rooted in these principles, reflecting the vision of its founders and leadership.
وأهم حاجة هو الأمن، والأمن يصنع من خلال الإنسان نفسه، والإمارات صنعت الإنسان الأمين. من بداية ما انطلقنا بالوحدة الإماراتية الوحيدة الناجحة في تاريخ العرب، لا تكون هناك وحدوية ناجحة من خلال التكتلات اللي صارت بين دول السوق الأوروبية المشتركة والاشتراكية والشيوعية ورأسمالية وغير. يونايتد أرب إمارات دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة الوحيدة ناجحة بنوايا وحسن نوايا من مؤسسها زايد بن سلطان طيب الله ثراه.
Following the legacy of the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan and Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, may Allah bless their souls, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the United Arab Emirates, is committed to advancing the nation. Under his leadership, the UAE strives for enhanced economic, social, and cultural development, aiming for a secure, prosperous, and sustainable future. Moreover, the United Arab Emirates continues to foster the values of coexistence, peace, tolerance, and dialogue with peoples worldwide, strengthening its global position and leadership. The United Arab Emirates stands as a pioneering example of development and progress, excelling across economic, social, and cultural domains. The nation is at the forefront of innovation, focusing on creating a sustainable environment through efforts like improving air quality, conserving water, and increasing its reliance on clean energy. These initiatives have placed the United Arab Emirates among the world's most advanced nations. Among the UAE's key achievements is its pioneering efforts in space exploration. The successful launch of the Hope probe marked the UAE as the fifth nation to reach Mars, joining the ranks of the United States, the former Soviet Union, Europe, and India. This monumental achievement demonstrates the nation's strong will and determination. Another major milestone is the operation of the Baraka Peaceful Nuclear Energy Plant, the first peaceful nuclear reactor in the Arab world. This facility provides clean, sustainable energy, contributing significantly to the nation's environmental goals. In the tourism sector, the United Arab Emirates has made substantial investments, establishing the industry as a central pillar of its economy. The launch of the National Tourism Strategy 2030 aims to position the United Arab Emirates as one of the world's leading tourism destinations, enhancing its reputation and attracting visitors from all over the globe. This national occasion also underscores the strong bond and solidarity between the UAE and its Gulf Cooperation Council neighbors, particularly with the State of Kuwait. The event highlights the ongoing collaboration between the two nations in various fields, enhancing their relations for the benefit of both countries and their peoples. The State of Kuwait and the United Arab Emirates share a unique and enduring relationship built on deep social and cultural ties between their peoples, rooted in centuries of connection. Their bond is further strengthened by their shared Arab and religious identity and common perspectives on regional and international matters. Ever since both nations gained their independence, and for 6 decades, this special relationship has continued to thrive in various fields. In 1952, the late Emir of the State of Kuwait, Sheikh Abdullah Salim al-Sabah, visited the then independent Emirate of Sharjah, which led to the establishment of an educational mission to support local schools. This was followed in 1962 by a medical mission, providing crucial healthcare assistance in a time when medical facilities were still developing across the 7 Emirates. The State of Kuwait's contributions extended beyond education and healthcare. It played a significant role in establishing the first television transmission station in Dubai in 1969, which operated under the name Kuwait Television from Dubai. The State of Kuwait's strong support continued when it became one of the first nations to officially recognize the United Arab Emirates, following its formation in December 1971. The year after, the United Arab Emirates opened its first embassy in the State of Kuwait, reciprocated by the opening of the Kuwaiti embassy in Abu Dhabi in 1972. Much of the strength in the UAE-Kuwait relations can be attributed to the first meeting in 1973 between the founding father of the UAE, the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, and the late Emir of the State of Kuwait, Sheikh Jabir Al-Ahmed Al-Jabir Al-Sabah. This meeting laid the groundwork for the close bond between the two nations. Solidarity and friendship have been sustained through the leadership of successive presidents of the UAE, from the late Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan to His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and the Kuwaiti leadership, including the former Emir, and now His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmed Al-Jabir Al-Sabah, may Allah bless and protect him. The two sagacious leaderships are keen to maintain high-level coordination on all bilateral, Arab, and international issues that serve their mutual interests and enhance the unity and cohesion of the Gulf home. They share identical visions and perspectives for peace and stability in the region, and actively promote diplomatic dialogue, calling for diplomatic means to resolve regional conflicts and adhere to international law. The relationship between the United Arab Emirates and the State of Kuwait was further solidified during the 1990 brutal invasion of Kuwait by Iraqi forces. The UAE's response was immediate, offering sanctuary to thousands of displaced Kuwaitis and contributing troops and aircraft to the international coalition to liberate the State of Kuwait. The memory of the Emirati soldiers who sacrificed their lives during the war to liberate Kuwait remains etched in the hearts of the Kuwaiti people, and their courage is forever honored. Regular visits between the leadership of the UAE and the State of Kuwait have played a key role in deepening and strengthening bilateral relations over the years. In the most recent visit, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the UAE, visited the State of Kuwait last month, marking another step towards enhancing the fraternal ties between the two nations. This visit was part of the continuous exchange of the high-level visits that aim to foster stronger cooperation and align on shared strategic goals. Earlier in 2023, the Emir of Kuwait, His Highness Sheikh Mish'al al-Ahmed al-Jaber al-Sabah, may Allah bless and protect him, visited the United Arab Emirates. This visit involved high-level talks with His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the President of the United Arab Emirates, where they discussed strengthening ties and expanding cooperation in various fields. Additionally, on September 2nd, the State of Kuwait's Foreign Minister Abdullah Al-Yahya visited the UAE, where he met with the UAE President to discuss ways to further develop the two countries' strong and friendly relations. In October, the Crown Prince of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, visited the State of Kuwait on an official trip, further enhancing the strong diplomatic, cultural, and economic ties between the two nations.
December 2nd marked the founding of the UAE in 1971 when the seven Emirates united under the leadership Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. His wisdom set the UAE on the path of unity and progress. From humble past as a desert land, the UAE has become the global hub for business, tourism and culture. National Day is not only a time to honor the past but also to look ahead toward future. The UAE adherence, tolerance and united remain the greatest, as people from over 200 countries live and work together in harmony.
The relationship between the United Arab Emirates and the State of Kuwait is an exceptional example of two countries eager to enhance cooperation across various fields, including the financial sector.
Well, the relationship between Kuwait and the UAE is based on mutual respect. We both share the same culture, we both say same religion, beliefs. Both of the nations are, their descending are the same in sort of historical culture. What makes it as a one nation? We speak the same language. We both respect each other. When we talk about a Kuwaiti and Emirati, basically we are one nation but in a different location. So therefore the important parts of our relation is based on history. Kuwait and UAE, you know, Kuwaiti, even before the oil, if we talk about the old times, Kuwait ships used to, you know, go from here all the way to UAE, you know, they rest before they go to, for example, the Far East Asia, like India, where they used to bring rice and all the commodity that we don't have. Lots of Kuwaitis used to, well, they are living in the UAE, and the opposite when UAE lives in Kuwait. So basically the important, what makes the relationship or more is the similarity between the two nations.
They are bound by several agreements and memoranda of understanding that contribute to increasing the volume of investments and trade exchange to higher levels. The latest of these agreements was signed by the finance ministries of both countries during the World Government Summit 2024. The agreements cover the avoidance of double taxation on income and capital and the prevention of tax evasion and avoidance, which are part of the journey towards economic and financial integration, and the free movement of capital between the two countries.
The economic collaboration between Kuwait and UAE is very substantial. Kuwait, I mean UAE is the second largest commercial trade after China to Kuwait, which is very important. We bring lots of things from Jebel Ali, and lots of Kuwaiti stuff is going through Jebel Ali without, you know, they unified the taxes. So that, like, sort of a free zone. So whatever products and service that is being exported to Jebel Ali, we don't pay taxes to it. The collaboration, if we look at, for example, in 2022, there was a huge commercial trade, about 44 billion UAE dirham of trade between Kuwait and UAE.
Among the most prominent MOUs in the financial field is the cooperation agreement between the Securities and Commodities Authority of the two countries Additionally, a tripartite cooperation agreement in the field of securities was signed in February 2022 between the Abu Dhabi Securities Exchange, the Kuwait Stock Exchange, and the Kuwait Clearing Company. Statistics from the UAE's Securities and Commodities Authority indicate that the total number of Kuwaiti shareholders in publicly traded companies allowed for GCC citizens increased from 3 individuals in 2000 to 40,979 individuals in 2022. Furthermore, data compiled by the Federal Competitiveness and Statistics Center show that the cumulative number of licenses granted to Kuwaiti nationals amounted to 5,745 licenses in 2022, out of 30,508 licenses for economic activities in the country allocated to GCC citizens, with an increase of 302 licenses in the year 2021 to 2022. In line with both countries' efforts to promote innovation as a work approach, the UAE Ministry of Finance signed a Memorandum of Understanding in April 2017 with the Sabah Al Ahmed Center for Giftedness and Creativity, located in the state of Kuwait, to enhance cooperation with the ministry.
I believe UAE is in the right direction of trying to isolate their income from oil. That's where they're trying to diversify by producing products and services other than oil and gas.
The aim is to establish an environment conducive to innovation in various fields and enable employees to practice and use innovative methods in institutional work through developing projects and achieving economic partnerships with relevant entities in the field of innovation at local and international levels. To enhance effective corporate governance practices for listed companies in the state of Kuwait and raise awareness of their importance among these companies and all state institutions, the Governance Institute for Corporate Governance, affiliated with the Dubai International Financial Center Authority and the Kuwait Capital Markets Authority, signed a cooperation memorandum in October of 2019. An MOU was signed in September of 2021 to stimulate investment and enhance cooperation with the Kuwait Direct Investment Promotion Authority.
Well, the recent visit of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan to Kuwait it's a very important and critical visit, a state visit actually, to Kuwait, where there's a lot of memorandum of understanding was signed. The visit, of course, is not strange for the UAE to visit Kuwait, or the president of Kuwait visiting, for example, in March, visiting the UAE. It's been always as a welcomed visit. What makes it important, because there's a lot of critical issue around the Middle East that was discussed, and a lot of memorandum of understanding was signed. For example, the infrastructure memorandum of understanding was signed. Of course, these came after the 5th session was in September of higher committee was between Kuwait and UAE.
The United Arab Emirates and the State of Kuwait continue to expand their economic cooperation and partnership, seize the opportunities available in both countries, and explore economic prospects in the light of the We the UAE 2031 and Kuwait Vision 2035 visions. In the tourism sector, The number of Kuwaiti tourists in the UAE in 2023 exceeded 400,000 tourists, while the number of Emirati tourists in Kuwait from January to September 2024 reached almost 45,000. National Airlines operated 122 weekly flights from the state of Kuwait during the first half of this year, while the total flights from the state of Kuwait to the UAE reached 53 flights per week. The Joint Hire Committee between the UAE and the State of Kuwait embodies the commitment of the two brotherly countries to developing bilateral relations and enhancing rapprochement and coordination in various fields. The fifth session of the committee, held in Abu Dhabi on September 2nd, witnessed the signing a number of agreements and memoranda of understanding and executive programs between the two countries in the fields of infrastructure, communications and information technology, standardization activities, education, sports, culture, cybersecurity, in addition to procurement and defense industries. Relations between the two countries have witnessed remarkable development over the past decades, and cooperation between them has included several prominent fields, including politics, economy and trade, military and security, cultural and educational relations, resulting in dozens of joint agreements and memoranda of understanding. And since the signing of the agreement to establish the Joint Committee for Bilateral Cooperation in 2006 in Kuwait City, the two countries have taken steps that have contributed to strengthening bilateral relations between the UAE and the State of Kuwait and propelling them towards broader horizons of cooperation and coordination. According to the UAE Embassy in the State of Kuwait, the investments flowing from the UAE to the State of Kuwait amounted to about $837.8 million during the period from 2016 to 2020, while the value of the Kuwaiti investments flowing to the UAE reached $1,745 million US. Financial and insurance activities are the most significant sectors of the Kuwaiti investment in the UAE, whereas the financial and banking sector is one of the most important sectors of UAE investments in Kuwait. The UAE also hosts two branches of Kuwaiti commercial banks out of the 7 Gulf banks permitted to operate in the UAE. The trade between the UAE and the State of Kuwait in the first half of 2023 reached 22.3 billion dirhams, while statistics compiled by the Federal Authority for Identity, Citizenship, Customs and Port Security indicate that the total trade exchange between the UAE and the State of Kuwait amounted to 44.8 billion dirhams during 2023 and 44.1 billion dirhams during 2022, a growth of 15% compared to 2021.
The Messenger of Allah was asked, "Which deed is the best?" He replied, "Faith in Allah and His Messenger." He was asked, "What is next?" He replied, "Jihad in the cause of Allah." Then he was asked, "What is after that?" He replied, "Hajjan Mabrur," narrated by Al-Bukhari.